164 disbursement vouchers totaling 26,719,162 and 53 centavos were processed and paid without the necessary approval by the municipal accountant in violation of Section 4 of PD 1445 and Section 344 of the Local Government Code. So meaning, Mr. Chair, hindi ho pumirma ang municipal accountant sa 64 vouchers amounting to 26 million, but in spite of the fact of the non-signature of the municipal accountant, the Municipality of Mexico proceeded with the issuance of check. This is a clear violation ng kung anumang accounting rules and regulations or INGAS of the COA. I do not understand why a check will be issued by the treasurer when in fact hindi nga pumirma yung accountant, kaya siguro hindi pumirma because something was wrong with the voucher. So may I ask the treasurer, bakit ho ninyo in-issuean ito ng cheque, wala namang pirma ng municipal accountant?
Your Honor, submitted is the BLGF certification in the amount of 950 million loan given by the Department of Finance, Bureau of Local Government Finance.
Was it already submitted to the committee secretariat, a copy of the BLGF approval?
Yes, Your Honor.
Another very important document is an approval from the Monetary Board. Meron po ba tayong approval?
Yes, Your Honor. The Monetary Board opinion for 950 million was submitted also to the committee secretariat, Your Honor.
Last hearing, a motion was approved by this committee to request or direct DBP officials to hold in abeyance the loan of the Municipality of Mexico. Have you already informed the President or the Board of Directors of the motion by this committee?
Your Honor, we received a letter coming from the committee chairman dated July 26, 2023, informing our President about the direction of the directive of the committee, Your Honor.
Ano ho ang reply ng management ng DBP? Were you informed? I-proceed pa rin yung loan or did they tell you to hold in abeyance the loan?
Your Honor, the bank is yet to discuss about the directive, Your Honor. But as far as the loan is concerned, Your Honor, there are still post-approval and pre-release requirements we are about to receive. So technically, implementation will not take place unless these are submitted, Your Honor.
Earlier, Kong Marcoleta asked questions regarding the different requirements that have already been submitted to your bank. And as what you have said, the BLGF, monetary, board approval is already there. In layman's term, in percentage-wise, nasa na po ba tayo? Nasa 90% na po ba ng processing ng loan? 95%? Mga ilang percent na lang kaya yung proseso para ma-release o ma-approve yung loan? Or is it really already approved? Release na lang ang kulang?
While it is approved in principle, Your Honor, there are post-approval requirements that we are about to receive and pre-release requirements, Your Honor.
So in principle, the loan has already been approved. Then there is a post-approval. Ano hong mga requirements doon sa post-approval?
For the post-approval requirements, Your Honor, we need the ordinance coming from the Sangguniang Bayan, duly validated by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of the loan to make it implementable, Your Honor. Aside from that,
what kind of resolution or resolution authorizing ano ang terminology to dun sa resolution?
It's an ordinance actually, Your Honor, duly validated by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Pampanga.
An ordinance duly approved by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Pampanga.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you already have that ordinance?
We don't have that ordinance, Your Honor.
So unless that the Municipality of Mexico can produce that ordinance, you cannot release the loan.
We cannot, Your Honor.
Earlier, I'd like to direct my question to Vice Mayor Gonzales, who was interpolated by Congressman Marcoleta. Under Local Government Code Section 11, letter C, local government offices and facilities shall not be transferred, relocated, or converted to other uses unless public hearings are first conducted for the purpose and the concurrence of the majority of all the members of the Sangguniang concerned is obtained. In this case, a vote of 2/3 of all its members. Ang tanong ko po kay Vice Mayor Gonzales, meron ho ba kayong concurrence ng majority ng members of Sangguniang with regards to the transfer of your municipal hall?
Vice Mayor Gonzales. Umupo ka na lang, Vice. Tsaka yung anyway, baka
Meron
naman
po,
yung
meron po.
Secretary, please be seated.
Meron po, Mr. Chair. Meron.
Meron, earlier, if I was mistaken, you said earlier to the question of Kong Marcoleta na wala pa hong concurrence, pero meron na.
Resolution po, meron.
What is the tenor of the resolution?
Resolution 154 po.
Okay, the resolution 154 was enacted after or before the hearing, yung public hearing. When was the public hearing conducted? Do you know, Vice Mayor and Mayor, that before
December
you
9.
can
Mr. Chair,
before you
December
can
9.
transfer your municipal building, there must be a public hearing to be conducted. So the public hearing was conducted on December 9, and when was the resolution enacted?
December 13, 2022 po.
So right after. So ano pong nauna, yung resolution o yung public hearing? If you say that the resolution is acted in December 9 and the public hearing was conducted on December 13, so nauna yung resolution.
Public hearing kung may.
Baliktad po.
Baliktad.
9 po yung hearing tapos yung 13 yung resolution.
Ayun na nga. Okay. That is in order because under the local government code, again, section 11, the concurrence of all members by the Sangguniang should be done after the public hearing, not before. Mr. Chair, the reason why we are conducting this investigation or inquiry is because of a letter submitted to COA by the former Vice Mayor to conduct a special audit to the Municipality of Mexico. And a fraud investigation team was created especially for the purpose of a special audit of Municipality of Mexico. Can you give me a few minutes? Kahanapin ko lang yung ano.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Deputy Majority Leader.
just a quick interjection because
please
I'm on
proceed.
duty. I'm just a little bothered, Mr. Chair, because earlier I saw the acting municipal treasurer May I know, Mr. Chair, if she is more than 18 years old?
Your age daw, your age.
Baka kasi
Please.
minor eh.
Okay, Mr. Chair, may I proceed? Again, as I've said, an audit fraud investigation was conducted, and they rendered their findings, I think, in 2012. Now, one of the findings, as mentioned by Congressman Morcaleta, there was a notice of disallowance in the amount of 149 million pesos. And out of 149 million pesos, 66 million pesos were allowed. In short, COA noted that there is no anomaly or where the transaction were done in accordance with the COA auditing regulations. And the remaining 82 million pesos, out of 82 million pesos, 43 million pesos were paid by Mayor Tumang et al. However, there is a remaining 39.2 million pesos that has been affirmed by the COA disallowed na talaga. Now, not only that, I have a copy coming from COA itself. As of July 26, 2023, there are 20 cases already decided by COA to disallow these 20 transactions. And out of the 20 transactions, one of these is the 39.2 million pesos na hindi nga na inallow ng COA. And the case, this is CPCN number 2015-0713. This is pertains to the purchase of construction materials and medicines amounting to 39,207,066. Now, ito po ang pinaka-importante. The filed a motion for reconsideration regarding this notice of disallowance, but on October 1, 2019, the appeal was denied and the notice of disallowance were affirmed. Now, may I know from COA, because from what I know, mayroong prescription period yung notice of disallowance. Once a transaction is disallowed by the COA, you have 6 months, hindi po ba? Na after 6 months, this will not be settled by the LGU. This will be elevated to the ombudsman or submitted to the ombudsman for proper disposition. Ang tanong ko, Mr. Chair, sa COA, 2019 pa ito. May I know kung nasubmit ba ninyo sa ombudsman ito for their proper disposition? Kasi lumagpas ng itong prescription period niya. And then sinasabi niyo mag-MR, pero the MR was already denied. So what is the status of this case now? This notice of disallowance regarding the 39.2 million pesos to COA, Mr. Chair.
Ako, please answer. Though that issue was raised, but mas importante doon yung 6 months. Kasi as pointed out by Honorable Pimentel, it happened sa 2019. So
Kasi Mr. Chair,
almost 4 years.
ang pakalam ko, in accordance with COA regulations, once umabot ng yung notice of disallowance ng 6 na buwan na hindi na settle ng LGU, they have to submit it to ombudsman for the proper disposition of ombudsman. 2019 pa ito, this was 4 years ago. Ang tanong ko, kung sinabit mo nila sa ombudsman itong notice of disallowance for the proper disposal or proper disposition of the ombudsman.
Ombudsman, please answer. Though sabi ko na nga, yung present na status ng case was already answered by ombudsman, which is yung MR ng Mexico Pampanga was denied by
No, ito sa
ombudsman
COA muna ito. Wala
yung-
pa sa COA. Wala pa sa ombudsman.
No.
I'm asking the COA first.
Yeah. That's why ang sagutin mo, COA, yung 6 months provision na from 2019, now it's 2023. Ano bang nangyari doon? Please proceed.
Yes, under the Government Auditing Code of the Philippines, a person liable in the notice of disallowance shall have 6 months or 180 days to file an appeal. Ang proseso po sa COA, auditor muna mag-issue ng disallowance. Ito pong kaso natin, Special Audit Team, nag-issue ng disallowance sa Special Audit Team. Pwede pong, pag na-receive nila yung notice of disallowance, meron silang 180 days to appeal before the commission proper. Na po. Pagka na-file po nila yon, suspended yung period, yung running ng period. So halimbawa na-file nila yan within 30 days, meron pa silang 150 days.
Assuming, kahit nalagay mo ng 365 days. Ang problema nga, ito yung binigay ninyong copy dito sa committee secretary na nakalagay na dito. The decision was rendered on October 1, 2000. The appeal was denied and the notice of disallowance were affirmed.
Yes, Your Honor.
I suppose that this case has already gone through the process of filing a motion for reconsideration. You already went over it, but the decision of COA was to deny it as
Yes,
early
Your
as 2019. So yung sinasabi yung ninyong explanation ninyo na adjudicate pa within 150 days, wala na ho yun. Ang tanong ko, nasa na itong 39.2 million pesos na ND, whether it was already submitted to Ombudsman?
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor. At the onset, when we finished the special audit of the Municipality of Mexico, the special audit team prepared an audit report, including this 39 million, and we submitted ahead. And when the commission proper decided the appeal of the Municipality of Mexico, there in the dispositive portion directing the Prosecution and Litigation Office to endorse the decision to Ombudsman for proper investigation.
Okay, mayroon ho ba tayong Mr. Chair, representative from the Ombudsman?
Attorney Rafanan is present.
Well, Attorney, my question, because as per record, there are 20 cases of notice of disallowances. And these have already matured. Kung titignan natin yung prescription period, no? Merong 2012 decided case, 2021 decided case, 2019. In short, pasok na sila dun sa prescription period. During the last hearing, I questioned the Ombudsman. Ikaw po din ba po yun? Yung question namin. Ikaw din po ang resource person before?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, and then you answered that yes, indeed there are some cases pending in the Ombudsman against Mayor Tumang. Now, I specifically requested, Mr. Chair, for a copy of those cases. Have you already submitted these cases to the committee secretary?
No, Mr. Chair. As soon as the previous meeting, Mr. Chair, this representation relayed the committee's request to my principal, the Ombudsman, and unfortunately, Mr. Chair, the Ombudsman did not grant me the authority to access and release the records in view of the confidentiality, Your Honor, of the pending investigations against Mr. Tumang.
Okay, do you know how many cases are pending in the Ombudsman?
No, Mr. Chair. I have no. I'm not privy to the number of cases.
Pero Mr. Chair, last hearing you confirmed that there are cases pending.
It was told to be, Your Honor, that and it was in fact answered by the Assistant Ombudsman of Ombudsman Martires to the reply of the committee, Your Honor, that there are cases pending, and then I just repeated that, Your Honor, for consistency of the reply of
Do we have a letter from the Ombudsman, Mr. Chair, confirming that there are cases?
Actually, for the information of Honorable Pimentel and the members of this committee, nothing has been received by this committee, official letter coming from Chairman Martires. Pero nag-usap kami sa over the phone, and he told me that he cannot, he asking for to be excused, magpadala ng representative dito. But anyway, we need an official document, but to me, privately confirmed that indeed there is a case still pending in the Ombudsman. But anyway, we will send again a letter to Chairman Martires, just reiterating. I will not discuss about the content. We will just ask for the case numbers of those cases pending in the Ombudsman.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. May I read some of the findings of COA report? Of the 43,168,403 procurement contracts amounting to 28,744,662 were awarded to bidders who had either close relationship or personal dealings with the head of the procuring entity. In this case, Mayor Tumang. In March 2007, the municipality of Mexico purchased a boom truck or man-lift truck, and the supplier was Mr. Rizalito Dizon. May I ask, Mr. Chair, Mayor Tumang, if he's related to Mr. Rizalito Dizon?
Mayor Tumang, please answer the query of Honorable Pimentel.
No, Your Honor.
Well, according to the report, he describes himself as kababata ni Mayor Tumang. Totoo po ba yun? Kababata ho niyo si Rizalito Dizon?
No, Your Honor.
Well, somebody's lying here. This is an official report, and according to the report, they conducted investigations. Ito po. In the interview with Mayor Tumang, as documented, this short statement dated July 2, 2012, Annex 38, he narrated to the audit team that Mr. Rizalito Dizon is his kababata and kapitbahay sa Parian. The mayor further disclosed that he coordinated with the BAC, the Beach and Awards Committee, to transact with Mr. Dizon with regard to the purchase of one man-lift boom truck. So ito ho ay signed by 5 COA auditors. So nandito ho yung isang auditor yata ng team, si
Attorney Juliano and Deborah Arojo.
Well, may I direct my question to Attorney Juliano? Ito is an official document. It is 2 inches thick. Ito ang findings ninyo. Sino ang papaniwalaan ko? Si Mayor Tumang o yung auditor? Do you stand by these findings? May I direct my question to the auditors?
COA, please answer the query of Honorable Pimentel.
Yes, Your Honor. The special audit team did conduct an interview, and those were the facts disclosed by the interviewee.
Mr. Chair, may we invite Mr. Rizalito Dizon to the next hearing so that we could ascertain who is really telling the truth?
Yes, the COMSEC is directed to invite Mr. Dizon for the next hearing.
Also, this is with regards to the purchase of assorted medicines and contraceptives from 2007 to 2009. 39 purchase requests were approved by Mayor Tumang. 25 contracts from the 39 purchases of medicines were awarded to Farsa Medics Distributor, owned and operated by Dr. Roberto Togade. In a sworn statement dated 17/2012, Mr. Chair, may I ask Mayor Tumang kung kilala ho niya ba si Dr. Roberto Togade?
Mayor Tumang, please answer the query.
Yes, Your Honor. Kilala ko po. Before my first term, way back 2004, one of the supplier of medicine.
Close ho ba kayo, Mr. Chair, itong si Dr. Roberto Togade?
No, Your Honor.
According to Dr. Roberto Togade, sometime in his sworn statement dated May 17, 2012, for the period 2007 to 2008, umutang ho daw kayo sa kanya ng 13 million pesos, 513,513 and 40 centavos. This is a sworn affidavit of Dr. Togade. Mayor Tumang, totoo po ba ito?
Your Honor, hindi ko na po ma-recall kung ano po yung nangyari yun. Matagal na po.
Anyway, Mr. Chair, I just want to put it in record that this information is reflected in the COA audit report, and there is a copy of a sworn statement of Dr. Togade. And that is why, according to him, he was even threatened by Mayor Tumang. Dr. Togade, and may I further read, Mr. Chair, Dr. Togade further attested that sometime in January 2009, he tried to collect his receivables but Mayor Tumang threatened him by saying, yung mga kumakalaban sa akin ay nanahimik na. Ano ba ang ibig niyong sabihin nito, Mayor Tumang?
Hindi ko po alam, Your Honor.
Again, Mr. Chair, I want to put it in record that this is reflected in the sworn affidavit statement of Dr. Togade.
Duly noted. Please proceed.
Probably, Mr. Chair, we should invite also Roberto Togade for the next hearing for him to attest to the veracity of this report. Meron pa ho tayo dito, Mr. Chair, which I really do not understand. You had a transaction with Mr. Eduardo Santiago of Henline Enterprises. Kaano-ano nyo ba itong si Eduardo Santiago, Mr. Chair?
Mayor, please answer the query.
Wala ko pong relation sa kanya, pero kakilala ko po siya, Your Honor.
Anyway, this is a very interesting report. In the procurement of the vehicles, COA audit team reports that the landline numbers 745-9660324 and 045-9660428 in the sales invoice and letter of authority to validate submitted documents in the transaction, meaning sa sales invoice ng Henline, ang nakalagay ho doon na numero is registered with Teddy C. Tumang. This is I really do not understand why the name of Mayor Tumang is reflected in the sales invoice of the supplier. Mayor Tumang, pwede ho ba niyong masagot bakit nakalagay doon ang telephone number ho ninyo doon sa sales invoice ng Henline Enterprises? Are you a part of Henline Enterprises or are you a partner of Mr. Eduardo Santiago?
Mayor, please proceed.
Hindi hindi ko po siya partner at hindi ko rin po alam bakit linagay niya po yung aking mga landline number.
Anyway, this is part of the report also, Mr. Chair. So there are still so many transaction here, but I will not, maybe in the next hearing. Well, there is one finding that is very alarming, Mr. Chair.
The Honorable Pimentel, before we proceed to the next item, what's the pleasure of the good Honorable Pimentel on the subject person, which is Mr. Santiago? And,
May we also
Togade.
invite Mr. Secretary, aside from Dr. Togade, Mr. Rosalito Dizon, and Mr. Eduardo Santiago of Penline Enterprises to enlighten us of the veracity of report. Now, one last matter, Mr. Chair. One
Please
of the
proceed.
findings of the audit investigation, item number 6, 164 disbursement vouchers totaling 26,719,162 and 53 centavos were processed and paid without the necessary approval by the municipal accountant in violation of Section 4 of PD 1445 and Section 344 of the Local Government Code. So meaning, Mr. Chair, hindi ho pumirma ang municipal accountant sa 64 vouchers amounting to 26 million, but in spite of the fact of the non-signature of the municipal accountant, the Municipality of Mexico proceeded with the issuance of check. This is a clear violation ng kung anumang accounting rules and regulations or INGAS of the COA. I do not understand why a check will be issued by the treasurer when in fact hindi nga pumirma yung accountant, kaya siguro hindi pumirma because something was wrong with the voucher. So may I ask the treasurer, bakit ho ninyo in-issuean ito ng cheque, wala namang pirma ng municipal accountant?
Ma'am, Miss Chris, please answer the query.
Your Honor, hindi ko po masasagot yung question because I am not the acting municipal treasurer that time.
How about the
Yung,
accountant
what about the
mentioned?
accountant? Hindi minention ang pangalan ng accountant dito eh. Who was the accountant between 2007 and 2010, Mr. Chair?
Your Honor, she already retired also.
What's the name of the accountant?
Sorry, I stand to be corrected. Dismissed. She was dismissed.
What's the name of the accountant?
Perlita Lagman.
Mr. Chair, may I request that Perlita Lagman be invited also to shed light on this matter?
COMSEC is directed to invite a certain Perlita Lagman on the next hearing. Please proceed, Honorable Pimentel.
For the meantime, Mr. Chair, I would like to reserve my questions for the next hearing. That is all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable.